What's up, Saturday night people? Who's ready to make some sparkles? I hope my internet connection is a lot nicer. I'm going to just chat a moment and let a few people hop on, and we can share this to some groups. If you don't mind sharing, if you are enjoying this sparkle, that'd be great as well. Let's see if I can get my light a little lower without doing that. Did I just knock it off? I did. Hi, Maribeth. Good to see you. I'm going to just put this right here. And let me fix my light that I just... What's up, Corey? Oh, is it clear? It's nice and clear. Actually, I need to put it way up here so that I don't mess up the view of my light anyway. Ah, there we go. Easy fix. Easy fix. Very good. What's up, everybody? Good evening. Good evening. What's up, Heather? Good to see you. No, this light is not going to be our friend today. Of course, after I just got everything ready. There it goes. Trying to make not so much of a mess, and then I make a mess. But for tonight, we're going to have some fun. Just some simple, easy stuff. Well, I don't know, simple when you practice. Oh, and now I have a gnat flying around. That's fantastic. So, yeah. Oh, I need to be watching on my other device for questions. What's everybody doing today? Where are you coming in from? Where's everybody in from? Let me try to get to my... Well, can I not see? There it is. Oh, that does look clear. We got new... What's up, Vegas? Thea, good to see you. Thank you, Corey. Thank you so much. I'm trying to figure out what the delay is. Oh, it's got a pretty good delay. Pretty good delay. So, that's okay. Oh, and a new button just popped up. I could put this on the big screen in the other room, but I don't think my husband would like that very much. Well, whatever. He's snoring. That'd be funny, though. Awesome. Hi, Jennifer. Good to see you guys. Let's see. I think that is a good angle, and then I can zoom in, and I can move it a little bit more. More better, maybe. Not really. Let me change that. Thank you guys for visiting. Oh, awesome. Yes, Susie is amazing. Thank you guys all so much for your patience on our shipping and packages. She is a one-woman operation. She's taking care of everything. So thank y'all so much for being patient. It's getting done. Getting done. Oh, thank you. You took a class. Thank you, Savannah. I'm so happy to hear that. Hi, Chuck. Good to see you guys. Hi, Kat. Good to see you. Let's see. I think that's a good angle. I'm trying to stay at the top of the screen so that comments don't get any, Oh, thank you for sharing, everyone. Thank you, Holly. And if you guys are, I'll reshare the event. I'll be assisting Holly at the end of this week doing some PPE that they're going to be using in the nail industry at nail salons. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of fun. So much fun. Let's see here. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, let me check in there. Oh, I'm also curious, can you guys hear a TV in the background? I'm curious about my sound. I'm in my home office, but it kind of just has a curtain because it's the dining room and there's not really a door. And he's watching his History Channel, learning some smart stuff. That's why he's so smart, because he watches smart stuff. Michelle, this is a new mix that we just put on the site today, and it is a little collection of chatons, the point back crystals. It's called the Pearl Mist. It's going to be on the home page. If you scroll all the way to the bottom as a featured kit. It's also in the, not kit, but selection. It's also in the Swarovski section in assortments. And I believe it's only $19.99. Awesome. So we got good sound. We have good internet. Very happy today. Awesome. Oh, you can't even hear it over your son's gaming? That's fantastic. Awesome sauce. Alrighty, so I don't want to take up too much of your Saturday night because this could go for a long time, but, you know, we all have other stuff we want to go do and go watch and go see. Let me grab a little sip of my caffeine water before I get going. Awesome, guys. Thank you so much. You're getting quite a few people in here. Love it. Love it. Thank you guys for sharing. Appreciate it. Okay, let me get this out of the way. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to actually show two different glues. This one is going to be for your, we use this a ton for a lot of different things. We use it for sure, leather and rubbery items that need flex, for shoes, things like that, for some shoes, not all. And then we have this one, the Ninja Super Grip, is for hard surfaces that do not need flex, like your rubberized coatings on, let's say, cell phones, tumblers. Here's my sample that you've seen, and this was a rubberized coating that's on this tumbler. It definitely has a coating. So that's the glue I used here, and it takes such a minute amount. People just can't believe how small of an amount it takes. So I constantly try to, you know, take little videos and show you guys, but tonight we're going to use both kinds because we're going to build a cluster on my nail. I have a lovely fresh set here done by myself. And so I want to show you guys how to dress up your nails once you go visit your nail professional and get a fresh set. You can have this done or DIY like I do myself. And as a oh, thank you for sharing the link. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate that so much. But as my disclaimer, I am not a nail professional. I am not a nail tech. I've got zero training. But I can show how to glue stones onto nails. So that's where it is. I glue stuff onto stuff, and that's my profession, I guess you could say. So we're going to glue this stuff onto this stuff using these stuffs. Just like that. And these glues are buy one, get one free. So it's automatic when you add it to the cart. I did notice on a few orders when they just add one, it didn't show two, but we do send you 2 units. So no worries there. If you add 10 to the cart, you do get that bulk discount, or even 5, I think. I forget what the bulk discount numbers are. You're going to get that amount as well. And you get that discount price, and then it will show the discount on your cart when you check out. So these are the 2 glues. We're going to start with this one first. It is the most, not difficult, but please practice before you do a project. Don't just like get this glue, open it up, and then start gluing on your favorite item. So, you know, Dia's asking, what about the kits that have the glues? We do have some kits that have glues, yes. But they are not buy one, get one free, because these glues, well, if they're in a kit, that's the kit price. But if you buy the glue separately, it is buy one, get one free. So when you open this glue, it's going to come into a box similar to this. We add, when you buy this glue from us, you get 5 extra of the tips. You have to mix it in these tips, and it will cure in these tips, so you will need extra tips. So we're going to give you 5 extra ones. Comes with 3, so you will start out with 8 tips. Yeah. Oh, Barbara, I want to know your method to remove them with that glue. Oh, for sure. I even have a video that says how to remove it, and I use nippers. I have a set in my nail care box here. I keep a set that is older and not very nice for clipping off stones, and then I keep my nice ones covered at all times. So gotta keep your stuff nice. But yeah, I just use, you can easily pry these off with nippers once you get those larger pieces on there. Yeah. But this glue stays very flexible. It's very shock absorbing. That's why it's excellent for putting it on your nails. And I have natural nails. This is natural with just gel polish and gel builder from Accents. I have a lot of their stuff and love it. And you can get gel kits at CVS, DIY stuff if you're not a nail tech, which is how I started too, which I'm still not a nail tech and I don't have time to go to class, but one day that'd be a fun thing to do. So when you get this glue, let me put these out of the way for confusion. And so when you get this glue, it's going to come like this with your tips, and you're going to get a plunger, a 2-part plunger. Thank you, Regina. I don't always do them myself. If I can ever get an appointment with, there's quite a few incredible, talented nail professionals in San Diego, but they do stay booked up quite full. So if I can ever get in with them on my schedule, then I love to get have my nails done professionally. But that's my problem, is my schedule, and no one wants me as their client. I can't keep a schedule. I get put on job sites all the time. I have to cancel. No nail professional wants me as their client. I'm not reliable. But hey, I don't mind paying that cancellation fee. So there's that. And I usually even tip on that. So I know how it works. You reserve someone's time and you need to pay for it. So, but yeah, I rarely ever get to have my nails done professionally. So I try to do my best. So they're not so bad. They can use a little work. I have a ton of different shapes going right now, but hey, we're in quarantine, so whatever. All right, another sip of water and move some stuff off the desk. So what you're gonna always want to have with this glue is a napkin, and I think it's in the screen. It is on my phone I'm recording from, but just not my phone I'm watching from. Oh, no, it is. My fat hand was covering it. Sorry. So always have a napkin. When you get your glue, you're going to take out the stopper and put this aside, because you can always put this back together to store it. And you can put your plunger in. It's a 4-to-1 mix. You want to put this, of course, you can only put it one direction. Just pop that right in. And then you can take off your little stopper lid there, cap, and put that aside. Usually just keep them together so you don't lose anything. And then you have your mixing tips. These are called static mixers. There's a little mixing pin inside, and it's going to mix your 2 parts together and come out mixed properly. So it only goes on one direction. There's a large size and a small size. Pop that baby on, and once it goes on, you have to give it a twist, and that way you know it's locked in. And that's how you get your glue set up. Oh, pardon me. And so now, on your napkin, let me move this out the way. You're going to always want to keep your glue placed on your napkin. I'm probably going to leave mine something like this, because you don't want to, in case the glue wants to keep coming out, which it rarely does, like it's pretty good about not doing that, you want to always place your wet glue on something that's not near your work area, or I'm sorry, your work item, which it's my fingers, so I can move myself away. But you want to, because you're going to have some wet glue over here. And this glue is a 2-part instant. It is not an epoxy. Many people mistake it for a 2-part epoxy because we use lots of 2-part epoxies. This is a 2-part instant. Part 1 and part 2 are going to mix inside the static mixer. It will cure in 1 to 5 minutes, depending on the temperature in your room. We have it at a pretty comfortable 73, 74 degrees in here right now, or 24 if you're on Celsius. And our humidity is pretty low at 47. So you always want to monitor your temperature, your time, your humidity for glues, because on some job sites or some areas or some homes, this glue can go off in 1 minute. Sometimes it's 5 minutes. If it's pretty chilly, it can be 15 minutes. So temperature is a must to monitor. So I'm going to get started. And before you get started with this glue, have your design planned out. I'm going to do just a quick little cluster. So I'm going to use 3 pointed back stones, and these are, let me see if I can zoom in now. Let's see if it's time. You guys see that? Is it going to focus for us? It doesn't look too bad on my screen there. So I hope that's visible. So these are all pointed back stones. Most of them are pointed back. See, I can't even see that. There's some pearls in here. They're nice and flat. There's a couple little bitty flat backs, size 6, maybe some 8s, and but most of them are pointed. There's some moon shaped that are point backs, and there's also some itty bitty. If you see the little dashes, these are like dark cyan, and they're actually baguettes, but because they are so small, you can sometimes treat them as flatbacks. They are just so small. They're 1 millimeter by 3 millimeters. We have those available in a small amount and a whole factory pack. And I mean, they're so beautiful and delicate. So maybe if I can get my nerve up and get my right glasses on, I'll be able to see even better. And then maybe I can create something really fun. So, all right, so have your design planned out, but I'm going to do just a simple cluster. There's not much design to it because I just want to show you how to make your glue amount and get that going, and then we might kind of decorate around it. But I'm just going to do a simple little bubble type cluster, if you will. I do have some amazing artist friends that can put these big guys. They create a huge sculpted nail, big long ones, and they can totally put these amazing pieces on the nails. If you've seen them on the red carpet, for sure. In the music industry, you'll see giant Swarovski nails. But just to do something small for, you know, a little fun time, that's all you're going to do. And so I'm also going to, I don't normally, when I'm at, well, back in the day when we had trade shows, I would show how to not buff the nail because this glue is so amazing. You don't have to, but just for process sake, I'm going to show that I have a little buffer here, and I'm going to kind of scuff up the top coat of my gel polish here. And this is Shine On by Accents. Just want to give it a little buffing, and I shouldn't be buffing on my stones. I normally would go off camera like this over here, but then you couldn't see it. But that keeps dust off of your work area. Lovely. It just gets it nice and dull. And so now we're ready to begin. Ready to go. Everything is clean and wiped down. And so I'm going to first to prime your syringe, and that's the term I like to use, prime the syringe. You want to come over here on your napkin and, oh, I've zoomed out. Let's move over. Well, let's zoom back out just real quick. On your napkin, you're going to press the plunger down. Now, if you can see, the glue is right here. And as you press the plunger, it starts to come out, and it's mixing inside this tip. Perfect. So I'm going to come over here onto the napkin, and you always want, this one's a little bit firm for tonight, but you want to squeeze out a good, like an inch worth of this glue, just to make sure that it is mixed properly all through this tip. And as you work, if you're doing a lot of this glue, then you can totally use this napkin over here to squirt your glue out. But if you're using a lot of it, then every time you come back to get more glue, you want to squirt a little bit out every time, because that first part needs to be curing, and it might not be. So you want to keep the old glue coming, or the new glue coming out and flowing. That way it doesn't get cured up in your tip too fast. Of course, my poor little thumb has got some arthritis coming, but so this is fine. And so I'm going to put kind of a large amount on here to show you guys that it is a self-standing glue. There we go. And I'm going to lay my glue onto my napkin and keep it there. Oops, see, I got it all on the tip there. Keep it over here, that way it's not going to be in your way. And now I'm going to zoom in to our nail. And now I'm going to turn it sideways. Look at that big ball of glue. Look at that. It's not moving. It stays right where it goes, right where you put it. It's not going to move around or drip or anything like that. And so now with your pickup tool, your Crystal Katana, you're going to grab this guy, and I'm going to want my back side to be with the one stone back here. So place it there, get it positioned. And now depending on the temperature in your room, you should be able to feel, let me see, make sure it's focused. Is everybody seeing everything? And then now I'm going to go to the side. See how this stone has a back side? It's just like the diamond in your ring. It's going to have a chaton or a point back of the stone. And you're going to just place that right in there. Comes right out. The glue is always more sticky than the tip of this tool. And this stone that I'm using right now, it's in this mixed pack. It's called Starlight. It's a vintage color and coating from Swarovski. And you're going to pop that right into there. So now you have just a very simple 3-piece cluster. Just like that. And you always want to position it, make sure it's nice and centered on the nail, according to the design and the structure of your nail. And then you've got some little corners in here, little areas in here that you could, what do I have? I've got some smaller ones, but I want to add a little bit more. Is everything clear? I think it is. I think we're having some good luck with our internet provider tonight. We have a new provider. And also with your glue, let me zoom back out, you have to come over here every 1 to 2 minutes and squirt a little bit of the glue out to keep it moving, or it will cure in the tip. It will cure in the tip. You cannot stop it. You just have to understand it's going to happen. So I'm going to put a little dot. I don't know why it's a little stringy tonight, but it is. Little dot there. And see how it's not falling. It's not falling off of my nail. It's not moving. It stays right where you put it. Now, if you have a giant stone like this, you may have to help it and hold it. But for the most part, it's good stuff. Get that little string off there. So now I've got these 3 new little corner pieces, and then I've got some peridot AB in this mix, and I'm just going to kind of place them in these little cavities here. Zoom back in if I can. Not too bad. And let's put another peridot AB right here. And that makes kind of an interesting shape, kind of fun. And you can now you can totally feel that it's catching, or it's grabbing onto the first 3 pieces. It's very firm. And that is a simple cluster. Now what you can do also is you can keep going. If you're ready to have some fun, let's put a little bit more on the top here, just a little bit. And let's find something petite, yet a good size. I might want a flat one for this top part, and I thought I saw this one. It's like a jonquil, a nice light yellow color, just to put something on the top. There you go. Easy peasy. It's just about the details. How fun is that? Hello, Pilar. It's nail time. So, there you have it. That is a cluster using the Ninja Super Flex adhesive. Let me zoom back out. With your 2-part static mixer. This glue is buy one, get one free for the whole month of May. And so now what I'm going to do, and this glue needs to, let it cure for about 5 or so minutes, but you want to keep checking on it to make sure your temperature in your room is the right for it to cure. So this one's a little bit soft, so I'm going to let that cure a little bit more, and then we're going to actually put some of these fun little red baguettes on them just to be fun. That's not so bad. So now from the side, it sticks out pretty good. But at the end, when I finish building the cluster, I'm going to show you how to go around them with your top coat, and it won't get snagged in your hair. But these are super fun. You get used to it. Most people say, oh, I would never. Oh my God, that's so huge. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Get over it. Have a little fun. That's all this is, a little fun. Okay, so I'm letting this sit while we're chatting. Yes, 5 minutes, Barbara, is a lifetime for sure. That's why once you have it all planned out, ready to go, that's good stuff. Time saving, time management. Okay, this is pretty good. So now it's good stuff. It's not coming off. What's up, Megan? Good to see you. And so now I'm going to switch glues to show when you glue the flat stones, because this glue is not gap filling like this glue is. So remember how it stood up and it stayed where you put it? This is a gel, but it will run, and you need a minute amount, like the most smallest amount of this glue for the stones. I saw a question, Glenna, you said how long will they last on your nails? They will last longer than the nails, because remember, Glenna, we use these glues on automotive parts, which go through car washes and have to be washed and used exterior. So the glue and the stones are excellent. It's the nail that's temporary, not the glues and the stones. So that's why this stuff lasts so long. It's made to last a long time. Now, if you have a very flexible nail or a flexible surface, then this one can pop stones, because as that nail wants to bend, the glue and the stone do not. So that's why you might lose stones. And yes, we have nippers for the removal, and I'll do that even tonight too. Once I finish, I'm going to take it off. How about that? We'll do a full install and removal. Laura, that's a good question. Do you try to save the stones? You can sometimes, but when they're this small, it's not really cost effective. That's why we make you these little variety packs. You have plenty to do and build things. So yeah. Barbara, on regular polish, this stuff is still amazing and will last because it does flex. And the grip, it stays on that regular polish, but if you have a flexible nail, if your client has soft nails, then that's where you're going to lose stones. So maybe you just want to only use the flex for that, if you can get it small enough. Sometimes you can. Let's see, Ashley's asking, can you do this on objects using fusion tack, or suggest these glues for this specific mix? You cannot build a cluster with fusion tack. The glue for a cluster or a large piece like this needs to be gap filling, and it needs to stay up. So those other craft glues are not going to do that. So this is what you wanted to switch your glue for. It's going to stay where you put it. Stay where you put it. Yes, and acetone, yes, you can soak those off with acetone, yes. So for using this glue, we have super small little syringes, and our little assortment packet has 5 1 ml syringes and then 5-piece 25 gauge tips. Very tiny. Oh, that's the wrong side. And I've used one a week or so ago, so I'll grab this out of here. And let's see. See, and I'm using my nail. It's totally fine. We're working. We're getting this. This is some good stuff. Because I'm going to add a few more using this other glue to show for flatbacks. Will acetone dissolve the Superflex? That's a good question. And after a very, very long time, you might get some movement. That's why it's easier just to use your nippers. Just way easier. I've never really had time to sit and use to try to dissolve it, but it's possible. So when you guys get this glue, it's in a tube form, it's gel. You want to massage the tube, kind of swish it all around before you open it, and because it needs to be a gel consistency. It's trying to come out here at the top, as you can see, a little bit. It's not runny. If it is runny, it needs to be mixed. So you can always squirt some out on your napkin to check that. That's kind of a lot of glue. But it should be a gel consistency, not a runny, watery form. And then again, to fill syringes, always do them on the horizon, never up and down, because the glue could run into the tip or the opening and then cause a problem when you're trying to put your plunger in. Now, of this glue, unfortunately, you do have to put in at least about that much, a nice good squish. And then let me get another napkin here, because mine has sprung a leak. That's fine. Wipe it quick, and it's not a problem. And And so then you're going to put your barrel, and I got some on my tool there. I'm making a mess tonight, so I was not paying attention. Pay attention to where you put your glues down because... All right, put your plunger in, bring it all the way to the tip, and you can watch how that glue kind of goes up into there, and then put your tip on, your syringe tip. This is a slip tip. It's just a kind of a tension twist. It does not have the lure lock in it for being such a small little syringe. And I'm going to put my cap back on and put this away. How about just right here? Just out of the way. Perfect. And then we're losing out of space here. Running out of space. Move this guy. All right, so now we're back. So what I want to do here is I'm going to use these little baguettes. They're little tiny slivers of red. And I thought that would be kind of pretty with this black. And let's see. Oh, Glenna, yes. Sometimes if they sit, it can be a little runny. So go ahead and massage that out. And hopefully that'll fix that problem. And so also keep your napkin near, because over here you want to just kind of practice to see how much glue is going to come out. And even though this is a 25 gauge tip, it's still coming out kind of a lot for what we're about to do. Let me try to show you guys here. How about down here? So even with this itty bitty tip, I'm barely pressing on this plunger and this glue comes out. Even though that seems like it's such a minute amount, which it is, it's still too much for what we're about to do. So if I can get a super small amount, is it still in focus? Yeah. See on my other screen, I haven't even zoomed in yet. So the lag is still pretty delayed. So I'm trying to see your guys' questions, but all right. So this, I'm going to put two of these little red guys together on this little area here. So I'm going to do a little line. So I pressed it and then I kind of dragged out the glue. And I'm actually going to use this for both sections because that was a lot of glue. This does not need a lot, or it like won't cure, or it'll bloom on the stone. So itty bitty goes a long, long way. And you don't have to rush as much with this one because as it's nice and wet here, like you don't have to rush. Once the stone touches it, that's when it starts doing its thing. And it's hard to get these small pieces off of your tool, but I kind of like position them in, and then I kind of roll my tool off of them, and that kind of helps them. And then always use your back side to press them in, put them where you want them, just like that. And then now that I see there's a little ooze, I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these little SS6 black diamonds, and we have those on clearance as well. Roll your tool off if it wouldn't let go, and then press down lightly with your other side of your tool. And then on this side, we'll do the same thing. I hope you can see how small this is. Like they're like 4 of these would make a grain of rice. Like they're so petite and small. Make sure it sits on its side because there is a facet back there. You want to utilize your facet surface area. Get in there. All right, and now let's grab another guy and roll your tool to kind of get that off. I want that to kind of turn. Get in there. Perfect. And then give it a little press. That one. So that one's already gotten hold on that side. And so this one, I still want a little bit more. I'm going to just scrape it from a napkin. I'm not going to press on my syringe. I'm just going to grab, I dipped it into the napkin glue, and I'm going to put a little bit here. Just a tiny dot. I don't know if you can see how small that dot was. See that itty bitty dot? That's as small as you need for a stone this tiny. Touch that. Roll your tool. Press down. And that is it. So it's kind of a fun little, I don't even know what shape or design that is, but it's kind of fun. kind of funky, kind of fun. And so now, let's go ahead and put, I'm going to still dip into my glue on my napkin here. And let's put one more flat stone. I like to use the super grip for the flat stones. It's much less inexpensive. And we're going to do another one. I'm just dipping into the glue that's on the napkin. I'll put another tiny one there. Yes, it's abstract, of course. Yes. And there you go. And now the last step is to trim everything with your either your clear nail polish or if you have a UV top coat is much better, but never go on top of your stones ever on any kind of a project. Always go around them. You can grab the facets around on a nail. Never ever go on top of them or you'll lose all of the shine. But we do want to get in there to shine back up our black that I was sanding on or filing on, sorry. Now if you were to use a rubber top coat, this would look kind of cool because of the matte with the shiny. So there's that. So I'm going to give it just a second to make sure that everything is nice and seated. And it is. So it's on there. It's pretty good stuff. So now I'm going to grab, let's move this away. So when you have this much glue, this is good for a ton of projects and or use it all day long. If you have a clog in your tip, that's when we sell extra tips, the 25-piece tip. But this glue in here will definitely last all day long, into even the next day. So that would be ready for your next client and you don't have to waste any tips. The tip on this glue is done for. There's no way you're squeezing any kind of glue. Oops. Oops. Come on. Zoom out. There's no way you're getting any kind of glue out of this tip because we've let it sit. You can press as hard as you want. There's no glue coming out. It has cured in the tip. And when you're changing your tip, you may feel that it's warm. That is because two-part components are exothermic. You will feel some heat sometimes, but there's no heat on here. It's been sitting. It's fine. And the heat that I'm talking about is not hot. It's just like, oh, that feels warm. That's it. So don't ever be scared if you feel some heat coming off your equipment, your tools and your glues, because that's what they're supposed to do. Two-part components are exothermic. They need heat to react. Okay, so I'm looking for, and of course I don't have my nice nail brushes here. I just have the ones that break right as I'm doing it. It is way too big, but we're going to make it work. Right, guys? Yeah, that's all crud. Of course, I brought all my stuff and didn't bring my nice nail brushes. So that's all we need. I'm going to make it work. And I have some amazing clear, oh, wait, is it in this box? No, of course not. It is not in the box. All right, so we have some Shine On by Accents. I'm going to just put it on the back of this metal tray here. And I have a lamp ready to go. Just a very small little DIY lamp, not a professional level. I do love my giant Accents UV and LED lamp, but that's not what this is about. So, using your nice nail brush, you're going to load your brush, just a little, not too much. And let's see if I should zoom in. Maybe. Since it looks nice and clear, like why not, right? Why not zoom in? So I'm not going over the stones at all. Do not go over the stones. I'm going to go around the back side to grab the black where I filed. And I'm trying to grab the edges of these facets. So you can go around them just ever so lightly, just so that your hair doesn't get snagged. Just like that. Only around the edges, never on top. Looks pretty good. And then finish out your shape here. Go right in the middle. This brush isn't so bad. Sorry I was talking crap to your brush. I apologize. You're not doing too bad of a job. Not too shabby. Just go right around. Easy peasy. Who can't wait to get back in the nail salon? I bet there's a lot of people that can't wait to see all my nail tech friends. They are getting ready, making all kind of changes to their salon to be safe. And I'm going around the facet just to get that little, because some of these vintage ones, they're not so precise, and they can be a little snaggy, if you will. I'm going to grab the edge here, grab that edge there, just very lightly around these edges. And then that part is going to make it so smooth when you touch. It's not going to snag on anything. How fun. Oh, open in Georgia. Awesome. Awesome, Michelle. That's cool. And I'm going to go around this top facet. And this might give a little bit of extra strength, but a normal top coat is just going to help with these facets not to be so sharp. Awesome. All right, that is not so bad, and I didn't use too much. It's not running off. It's not going everywhere. We still have nice sparkle on everything. And that is it, right? Maybe a little bit more on the edge here. Have I stayed in the shot? I think so. It's pretty clear. It's really clear, guys. I'm kind of happy. Good, because I'm going to start doing some live sales using an app. Who has used an app called Comment Sold? And that way, well, we only have, 10 of a certain mix or a certain vintage item. I'll be able to sell those quickly. And then, oh, thank you, on my own nails, yes. I mean, my shape, come on, that shape does not match that shape. But hey, it's my dominant or non-dominant. Not too bad. So I'm done with this. And I have, of course, my super cute little gift from Après Nails. And I'm just going to kind of zap it. When you're doing a cluster, you can roll your nail under that light so that it gets in lots of angles. Lots of angles. And the other thing about the glue, the cluster, that I forgot to mention is that it is not UV. You do not need a lamp. And it's an interesting process when I see people covering their nail in UV glues or glues that need to be activated by a UV light because the stones are opaque. So that glue under that stone will never cure, but this glue cures inside out. So it's perfect. Oh, I already did this. Don't need that. So that's my cute little lamp. Of course, I crystallized from my friends over at Après. And there you go. So once you guys can't touch this and feel this, but it is, of course, it's a nice bump on your nail, but it's not snaggy. Is snaggy a word? So yeah, it's a good way to be. And so now, who's ready for? And you can also go over it with a little alcohol wipe, and of course your end cuticle oil, your solar. Yes, solar oil, good stuff. And so I'm going to just clean this real quick, and then we're going to take it off. Who's ready? Who wants to see it come off? So just like that, give it a nice scrub, and then that way, when you're using an alcohol wipe or when you're cleaning your client's nails or your nails, because I'm not a nail tech, I'm not trying to inspire anyone to go do anyone's nails if you're not trained. This will help you see if you have any snags. And there's no peach fuzz pulling off on here, nothing is snagging, so this is a good little test to make sure that your item is nice and smooth and those facets won't be grabbing anything. So yeah, look how fun. And so now, I'll put my alcohol wipe aside, and who's ready to take it off? Ready? Let me see. Or should I? No, that's fine. Yeah, everything is good. That was kind of fun. So yeah, let me take it off. And so now I've probably cured my, yeah, because my light touched it. So of course I'll just peel that off. Easy peasy. And trash brush. So now I'm gonna grab my my stone nippers, not my nice ones, my stone ones. I always keep them. My nice ones keep the protective cover on the head. They were pretty expensive, and so, I mean, like all your tools are, especially in the nail industry, tools are very expensive, so you want to take care of them and clean everything. Clean all of your tools. If you're going to a reputable nail professional, everything will be cleaned. You'll have the unwrapped sterile items. I think these definitely get sterilized, but these are mine, so they're just in my box. No one touches my stuff, but I still clean a lot compared to most people. Okay, so to get these off, I'm already zoomed in. I'm gonna try to stay right there, and I'll try to stop rambling. But it's easy to grab the flat ones because they're just flat, and you're gonna just pop it. And you want to, since you're gonna be with someone else's hand, or then you want to cover because you don't know where it's gonna pop off. And it comes right off. And then again with these little guys, and I'm barely pressing, you guys, because this glue is kind of chewy, if you will. Like it's not so brittle. Just pull those guys off there, just so they don't fly onto my wood floor and then snag everything. And then you see it made nice little divots. So you saw how that top coat was actually grabbing those edges of those stones. Thank you, Holly. Thank you for sharing and putting that lamp on. Oh yeah, I had a little lamp, 1 or 2 left. Yep. Those are fun. And I will be making some more, and I'll be showing you how to do clusters. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I've got a lot more of these super cute little lamps ready to go. So we're going to make some all together. Okay, I don't want to put those in my nice pile of stones. And so now I'm going to get on to the larger part, and then with these nippers, you just kind of come in and kind of start pinching at it, and you see how that kind of moved a little bit off? You can pull that right out. It's almost like chewy kind of, I don't know, well, it's glue actually. So it kind of moves that way. And let's grab these guys, get those off of there. Easy stuff. Easy on, easy off. And then I'm going to grab this top guy. I don't know where that went. And then I like to kind of come, smaller to larger and just kind of pry out those smaller pieces. And I really want to grab one from the edge here and show you guys the inside, because when you're building structures and clusters, it's all about your inside, your foundation. If you don't have a good foundation of your structure, then, and I'm just going to be kind of slow here because I'm at an awkward position when I do my stuff, my own stuff. Come on, you. And so be careful when you're nipping these stones off, because see this? It's shattered. A little piece of glass right there. So be very careful doing this stuff. Taffy, yes, Pilar. Yes. Thank you for your description. Oh, come on, you. See how it's even difficult to get this out because it's just that amazing. And I want to kind of pull this slowly so that you can see that it is dry inside. It is cured inside this nail. And now, of course, it looks grody, but that is completely cured. It even pulled the foil off the stone. So when you have vintage pieces that have gold on the back, that usually means they're vintage, and that foil can come off. So that's another reason why you should trim with your top coat, and that way it gives an extra setting, or an extra, almost like a little prong to hold that in. So yeah, it is completely cured in there, but yet it's still kind of soft, like movable. Like you could sit here and, still move that. And that's how this glue stays. It is fully cured after 5 or so minutes. It's good stuff. It's incredible stuff, or else I wouldn't have put my name on it. Okay, and that is it. So I'm going to continue getting these guys off of here. I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive because now you guys got to see the cool stuff from the inside out. And no light was needed for this glue. No light, no silly spray. My glue manufacturer likes to laugh at the spray because it does nothing. It's very interesting. But some glues say they need sprays, and it's silly. It's just an upsell. Okay, Come on, you get off of there. Perfect. So now, yes, you are left with this kind of grody pile of glue, but that's what this is for. And then you can easily take your e-file and get that down, because if you're taking these off, that means you're doing a new service, and easy peasy, an e-file will take that down super quick. There we go. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. Thank you. And then I have my utility file, and then you can easily, I'm going to do this off my desk. One moment. I'll be right back. I'm still here, but I just don't want to get all that gook on my desk. So then I'm going to show you guys this step with just my file. Just a little hand filing, not to take that black off. How's that? That feels pretty darn good. All right, completely clean. All I use is 180, I'm sorry, the 100 side of my accents file there. And now it's completely smooth and lovely. And I'm going to put a coat of the Shine On. Yes, your e-file that you can totally cover in Swarovski or any other kind of embellishment. Hi, Brayden. Good to see you. April, good to see you guys. Hey, everybody. And so I'm going to have one little top coat of, or one layer of top coat. This is Shine On from Accents, a UV. And all the sanding, filing marks will go away. Back to nice, shiny black. And let's grab our little lamp, zoom out here, Zap-Ola, and we have created a cluster and removed a cluster using 2 glues. There you go. Oh, Barbara says, this has solved my problem of crystal on toes with regular polish. I can see a case of, oh, for sure, yes. This would be great. All right, and so now, yes, it's done. Beautiful. Back to shiny, glossy, beautiful black. And there you go. So I've done, yes, I've been with you guys almost an hour. It does not take an hour to do a nail. It takes hardly any time at all when you're just doing your stuff. But there you go. We've gone over how to apply the cluster, how to build it, and how to use both of these glues on one nail. Zoom out. There. And both of these glues are buy one, get one free. Thank you, April. Just as amazing as you are. So that was fun. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to log off. I'm going to reset my table. And then I'm going to build a big old giant cluster on this phone grip. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Give me like 5 minutes. Thank you, guys. Let me I gotta hit finish. I'm gonna save this and share it on the page. Yeah, it looks super clear. I'm super happy. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. I'll be right back. Give me like 10 minutes or so. I know it's late, or just watch it tomorrow. It's fine.